Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lisa Youmans. I'm an author, activist, mentor, and life coach. And today I'm going to be speaking about living single free. And I'm coming from the perspective of thriving in a season of singleness while desiring marriage and understand one position doesn't take away from the other. And when the reality of your now and the desire of your future are managed properly, they will ultimately enhance each other. So I have 5 points that I'm going to go over as I go through living single free. So, point number one is embracing singleness. And to embrace means to willingly accept something, accepting your singleness. So when you embrace your season of singleness, it's much easier for you to cultivate it and reflect on the things that you love and aspire to do and become. Also, you should embrace singleness from a perspective of being complete instead of feeling like something is missing. This season of singleness allows you to truly discover and define who you are outside of a relationship. And just to remember that singleness is not to be used as a hiding place to protect you from any would-be disappointments, misunderstandings, frustrations, or any unpleasant moments that may have the potential to arise while becoming one with another person. And like any other season of life, singleness has a purpose and comes with its own fulfillment, which brings us into point number two, redefining fulfillment. So singleness doesn't equate to emptiness or loneliness, and from fulfillment can show up in many different forms and should first begin as an internal journey that extends to the external. So being fulfilled inwardly can begin with nurturing self, strengthening your relationship with God, positioning yourself to be healed in areas where needed, and also living out your God-given purpose and assignment. And fulfillment can extend to cultivating meaningful and strong relationships, connections, and community through family, friendships, mentorships, partnerships, and networks. So, whatever fulfillment looks like for you, you have the freedom to create it in your season of singleness. Point number three is embracing the desire for marriage. So embrace the idea that both marriage and singleness can coexist, and you don't have to place life on hold just because you have a desire other than what your reality is right now. So for me, I don't view marriage as an item that's carefully written down in my list of goals. Marriage for me is about fulfilling purpose, about fulfilling kingdom with someone in a season that I'm destined to step into. Marriage is not a starting point, but a transition point of life. That's a continuation of fulfillment in the area of your life, however, with someone. And marriage isn't a cure for loneliness, unhappiness, boredom, or hurt. And requiring it to be so is unrealistic and it does a disservice to marriage. So, marriage doesn't define my worth or value. However, to live single free, you must believe that you are worthy and valued. Design marriage is a natural and beautiful desire, but it doesn't have to define or limit you. It's okay to acknowledge that you want a life partner, but it's also okay to thrive in the meantime while you're in your season of singleness. And point number four is desire, not desperation. So you have to learn to operate from a place of desire and not from a place of desperation, meaning that desire allows you to continue to cultivate the best version of yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and where the matters of your heart is concerned. And desperation leads to distraction. So I once heard someone say that a distraction doesn't look like a distraction until it has distracted you. And that's exactly what happens when we're single, but we get in a place that we're desperate for marriage. We get caught up in unnecessary relationships and unnecessary connections. So when you thrive in singleness, you're not desperate for marriage, and the idea of marriage doesn't become an idol to you. When you desire marriage, you will prepare in your season of singleness instead of allowing it to possess your thoughts, meaning being able to manage the desire to be married and not allow the desire to overwhelm and hold you captive. So desire helps you to prepare for marriage in a way that you become whole in yourself, being aware of your worth and value and what it is that you bring to the marriage relationship. And then point number five is trusting God's timing. So having faith in God and that marriage is his desire for you allows you to trust that God makes everything beautiful in his time. So everything has an expiration date, and every season of life progresses, changes, and transitions into the next. So when you realize that this time is not wasted, you're able to thrive in your season of singleness. You realize that this season is part of your story and journey, and you allow this time to shape and transform you in ways that will make you a better partner. And even if marriage is not your desire, it will allow you to become stronger and a more fulfilled person. So have faith that your life is evolving and unfolding exactly as it should. So, in conclusion, and to wrap things up, living single free is recognizing that I get to take all of who I am and all of what I have gained, the lessons, the wisdom, and the insight in this season of life into my next and enhance the life of another individual in a space of marriage. Living single free allows me to embrace all the potential and possibilities that this season of my life holds while honoring my desire for marriage. And you don't have to press pause on your life while desiring marriage. You can live a fulfilled life as you trust the process while finding freedom in knowing that your life is complete as it is right now. So I believe that whatever it is that I need to fulfill the purpose of and enhance my forthcoming season of marriage, I already possess those things. And as I continue to nurture and cultivate those things in my season of singleness, they will be activated once I enter into a marriage relationship. And just to close it up here, I wrote a small piece to a poem, and it is: in a moment of singleness, I was embracing time and romance and chance. Then finally, marriage stepped in and asked, may I have this dance? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lise, for this inspiring piece. What I enjoyed the most about what you said was that marriage is not a starting point, it's a transition point. So thank you so much for your share. If anybody has got anything to add to what Lise has said, please feel free to share. Let's keep it to one or two because we're running behind time now. Oh, Roosevelt. Yes, please share.
Yes, that was very powerful. It's pretty much saying you need to pretty much know your self-worth, your value, because a lot of times I hear a lot of women saying, I'd rather have a piece of man than no man at all. What kind of thinking is that? Who wants a piece of anything? So that's very powerful, what you just shared. And I think we all could benefit from that conversation, because having a piece of man and instead of no man at all, if that's your mindset, that's what you're going to manifest in your life. And until you change that mindset, nothing is going to change. You're going to keep getting that piece of man and blaming everybody else. You the one that's attracting that piece of man through your mindset. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Roosevelt. Is there one more person that would like to say anything before we move on? Okay.
Oh, Jasmine, I would like to
Yes.
share an event that I have coming up, if I
Oh,
may.
yeah, feel free to do
So,
so.
so I have a men's conference that I will be hosting November 1st and the 2nd in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called the Dear Black Men Conference. And you can visit the website at wearestillkings.com. And I will also put that information in the chat. Thank you.